Welcome to another video on the Fence Genius software. In this video, we're going to talk about how to use the web app without the iOS app to input and estimate your fence systems. So let's get right into it. When you get into the main screen here on the fence system page for the first time, it's going to tell you that you need to measure in a specific direction to define which way the rails face. Eventually, we're going to make it to where this is no longer an issue and you can freely choose between, but that's still a little bit down the road as of May of 2022. Anyway, so you work from left to right relative to the side of the fence that would have the rail on it. And as long as you think of it that way, hopefully that will help you keep that straight. Anyway, so I'm going to just say I got it. And there's a number of ways you can add a fence or a fence system. The first way is you can simply add a panel. If you want to just put in a 96-inch or 82 or whatever it might be. So I can just say my whole center to center is 82 inches, and I can use a level or any number of ways to establish an elevation change. Maybe it's 13.25, and I've got posts are not installed yet because I haven't installed them. If I had it already installed, then it would ask me some different things. But anyway, so I'll save it, and there's my very first panel. All right, so I'm going to delete that, and let's go back to here, and you can add a fence run. Now again, the same kind of thing with the fence run, except let's say it's 75 feet, and you can put in whatever decimal you want. And so here's your fence run, and you can go down here to this table, and one by one you can add elevation changes. So I might want to, I go out to the yard and I mark these post locations, and I measure my elevation changes from location to location, and I start putting them in. And so if you have a downhill slope, put a negative, and the software starts reflecting what's actually going on with your fence. Okay, so I'm going to delete this now too. And what we'll go to next is we'll go to the scratch pad, and this is my favorite way of estimating. I go to the map because I want to go see if there's an image that's good enough to use. In some cases, you've got a house like this where you can clearly see the fence system that's already there, and then you can decide, yeah, I want to use that image. If the image is a cow field because it's a new housing development, then of course you're not going to use the image. But I'll snap that image, and I then simply go and I start clicking on the locations, and this is going to give me a pretty accurate rough estimate. What's missing is a little bit of scale. Oh, and right click to let go. What's missing is a little bit of scale, so it's only so accurate because, well, first off, you may not be clicking in the right spot. Second of all, it is scaled from an image, but it's probably about 97%. But also what's missing is elevation, because at this point, it's just assuming that it is a flat piece of ground. But you have a kind of a budgetary idea now of what this will take in the way of lineal footage. Right here's your lineal footage. This cost estimate is using national, kind of an average that may not be realistic in your area. And here pretty soon in the jobs area, you'll be able to choose to input your own materials costs. But But the one thing that is real accurate is the bill of materials. So you'll be able to use the bill of materials to get your materials with. Now, if you want to go ahead and move forward and start putting elevation changes in, you would just go down to this list after you go out and you mark your locations, and then you capture your elevations and you come in to this list and start inputting all your elevation changes. You're able to see how your fence will change moving through the terrain. You're able to change the way the top of the contour follows the terrain or the bottom of the contour. There's a number of reasons to go ahead and do this, but the easiest way to input this data is the iOS app, but many people don't have the iOS. Maybe they have a Droid or what have you. And some of the iPhones and iPads have LiDAR, and our system will let you scan in the fence system for the easiest and fastest 3D contour following system. It is great for doing a quick estimate, and it's pretty close in that, especially in the length, the measurements of the lengths. A little bit of variation in the elevations. So we recommend that you estimate that way, and then you go back and you actually capture the elevations with something like a zip level, a laser level, even a hand level that's zip tied to an 8-foot stud if you don't have an 8-foot level. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thanks for taking a look at how we can quickly add fence systems to our software. Have a great day and happy fence building.